Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for coming. I think which is something very important for me to put out a show when we need to put out a so-called artist talk to share with everyone what is my thought behind about the whole setup of the show. And actually, based on the title, objects and immateriality, I think there's the two keywords always very important in my practice. And actually, which is as a sculptor, as object making is a very important process. But at the same time, to think about how to present it into a more interesting way. And that is another aspect that I always very concerned about. I will just share with everyone a little bit the background of myself as a sculptor, how I get to there and how I try to conceive a beauty center overall. So there will be a little bit of my very earlier works involved, and after that we will talk about a little bit about the beauty, the idea of beauty of a beauty center. Yeah. I would like to start with this book, Sculpture in Singapore, 1991. I think this is our first ever sculpture show nationwide in 25 years ago, and which is very interesting that at that time, I think the sculpture is the key term to try to include in all different kind of practice, because in this show it's not just a sculpture, but installation works, performance, and conceptual artworks, Vincent Dell's works, and Tao's tiger waves, all happens within that particular shows. But at that time, I think maybe on certain extents that the sculpture is the right term to describe that particular three-dimensional presentation of that kind of practice. Yeah? And it never happens again within the next 25 years. Yeah? And that is a very important show for me too, because I was a first year student in NAFA, sculpture student. My first ever figurative sculpture was being selected to be part of the show. So, so that's what I thought is a very good start to talk about my journey as a sculptor. Yeah, that is my first piece, my first exercise, one-to-one life-size scale of. Actually, it's almost my self-portrait because I can't afford to have any model. So I just took a photo of myself, 360 degree, and tried to work out something for that. You know? And after that, there is a piece of work that is very important in my practice because it was done in 1993, 22 years ago. My graduation show works. After that, I present it or remix it with other elements in year 2001, and this is a 2006 version after my return back to Glasgow, and it's a life-size human figure of myself floating on the water in the table. So actually it's moving around in a very subtle way. You know? And that is something I think human figure is always something very important in my practice, and I always try to find different way to represent that at the very beginning as a sculptor when I was trained as a very traditional figurative sculptor 25 years ago. Actually, a beauty center is not the first of the series. Actually, it's the third of the series because when in year 2006, I did the residency at the Vermont Studio Center, and at that time I thought, at the end I want to put out a show, I thought it's very interesting to think about how to turn the gallery into a very private space, or private museum space, or private kind of space that shares certain kind of interesting story behind the artworks rather than the title. So that means in that particular show there's no title, but simply just a lot of description about what's happening within that space. And immediately I bring back the whole idea because I really love it. I bring back the whole idea to 4 months after for a big show at the Esplanade, the house, because there is a collection of 5 years of from 2002 to 2007, and because I still very struggle of how to put everything together because I have figurative sculpture, conceptual artworks, video works. So maybe it's a good idea to strip away all the original title and put it under that particular umbrella of the house and try to tell a story to all kinds of kids. So this is the map of the Vermont show, and you can see that you can see that it's an incompleted homemade Batman project by Mr. Stone. That refers to the Batman is referred to one of the two atomic bombs that was created for World War II. And usually when I go somewhere, I will always try to do something different because this is the first time I do carving, pretend to